Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome into another special video. And I know that some of you were maybe hoping that this would be included in yesterday's video, but first of all, I didn't know the reception of yesterday's video. I didn't know if people would be interested in even seeing me take a look at all of the minifigures that I designed before LEGO actually did. And you know, of course, they're not stealing my designs or anything. It's just, I guess we're just on the same sort of mindset of what we wanted to see in over the course of what 2 years since I've been doing this now. Almost, I think this is coming up 3. But yeah, it's been really crazy, honestly. And I just wanted to sit down and, you know, I read the comments. Thank you all so much for everything, for just commenting, like being able to still comment on videos. Anyways, I just read so many comments about I wish that you did a comparison of it. And you know what? It would take so long to actually do that. And I didn't want to stretch out the video because it was already going to be super long enough, just with me kind of giving some backstory, I guess, and just some of the thoughts and different things about each of the minifigures and why it was special and where they came from and different things. So anyways, without further ado, here is the video, and I'm going to play music in the background, and I'm going to talk over just reading out the names of the characters. And you'll see that for a couple of them, there are different versions of them, and that was included simply because I actually made different versions and I want to showcase them, and some of them are progressions of me originally drawing them, and they were hand drawn, to them actually being digitally made. Specifically, you'll see that with a lot of the Disney characters that I did make for my own series and then I redid for Justin, and then some of them I redid for thumbnails and stuff before we actually got the official minifigures. So yeah, everything that you see here I drew before the actual LEGO minifigures were released, which is just really crazy. But anyways, here we go. First up, from my Disney Series 2, we have Woody, of course, from Toy Story, and there's a couple of versions of him here. Next up, we've got Goofy, and a very iconic Disney character. Of course, had been waiting for him to be created for such a long time, so I updated him for thumbnails as well as Justin's series. Then we got the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. Jack Skellington's next, with 2 versions of him. And we got Hercules, of course, from Hercules. Got 2 versions of him that I made. One that was really close, I think, to the actual figure. Then, of course, we got Hades, and he's one of my favorite Disney villains, so being able to make him multiple times was so much fun. And, of course, we got Jasmine in the 2nd series, and I got to update her for Justin's series. Pretty close to the actual one. And Jafar was one that looks really bad, I think, originally, but it was fun to update for Justin's series, and it's pretty good, I think, to the real one. Then moving on to the Disney Series 3 here. We have Jessie, of course, from Toy Story 2. Then we have Huey, Louie, and Dewey, of course, only in that order. Then we have Uncle Scrooge McDuck. 2 versions of him. Then, of course, we have Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Frozone, which I drew 2 versions for, my own as well as Justin's. Then we got Elastigirl and Jack Jack. Then we got the Last Jedi series, which was a collab. And the only one from here that I drew was Finn in his Bacta suit. Moving on, then we have the Marvel Superheroes, the Marvel Studios series. And the first figure that I made was the Iron Man Mark I. Of course, I also made Happy Hogan. And I actually, of course, also made him for my Endgame series. Then I also made Wasp separately. I talk about it in the other video, so check that out. Then I did the first 3D series, which was Spider-Man PS4. And of course, most recently, we got the Spider-Man PS4 minifigure. Then we got Mysterio for the Bricktober pack for it. Then moving on to DC's Supervillains. I actually made the Joker from the game that we wound up getting months and months later. And separately, I made a Shazam based off the Black Adam that I made for that series. Next up, we've got the Captain Marvel series. And this is her in that same outfit. And the color choices are a little different. I kind of prefer the ones that I chose. And then, of course, I also did it with the Power Blast for Justin's Marvel Studio Series 2. And then I also did an Avengers Endgame series. And from there, I made Rescue before we got the official one from the Hulk Helicopter Rescue set. And then for Minecraft, we have 3 mobs. First up is the Panda. Next up is the Fox. And then we also have the Vindicator, or one of the Illagers. Then I also made the Jack Nicholson Joker for thumbnails. And this is from my canceled NBC series, so this is Chandler. As well as Ross. And these have never been seen before. Now moving on to Justin's series. We have the first up, Disney Series 2. And there we got Elsa that I drew for that series. And then, of course, also Anna. And then moving on, we also did the Harry Potter series. And first up, we have Harry Potter with the golden egg, which was an accessory that I came up with. As well as Hermione in the Yule Ball outfit. And Ron in the Yule Ball outfit as well. The one that I'm the most proud of was Wormtail and the baby Voldemort there, which was, I think, my idea. And then moving on to the Stranger Things series. We, of course, had 11, or L, with an Eggo waffle. Mike Wheeler with the walkie-talkie. Will Byers. Dustin Henderson, which I think is really close. Lucas Sinclair, which I think also is pretty good. I think that all the colors are a little off on all of them for some reason. I don't remember what I was thinking. But Chief Hopper there. Of course, Barb from the San Diego Comic-Con figure. Joyce Byers. And the Demogorgon, which I think is the one that looks the closest, I think. Just not the colors. And then lastly here, we're almost done. Moving on to the Into the Spider-Verse series. We have the Spider-Man Noir. And And then the final series that I made figures for was the Lego Movie 2, which was based off the movie, but I mean, still, it's pretty crazy. Specifically here, Party Benny. Of course, that was based off of some of the posters and different promotional stuff before the movie came out, but Fox Girl was by far the craziest, I think. Couldn't believe we got her in Series 19. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is all of the figures that I created before Lego did, actually comparing them. And this is over the past 3 years. So my art style here, I think you can tell, has visually changed dramatically. It is just, it's pretty crazy, I think. But anyways, everyone, what did you think of this? Again, thank you all so much for your support on the video yesterday, as well as just your support over the past 3 years. Like, when I look back at this stuff, specifically when I look at the Disney Series 2, and like I said yesterday, like having them all side by side, and it's really special to me to be able to see these minifigures that I created first standing side by side now, and years later, having them in hand. There's something really special to be said about that. So I'm excited to see what the future holds. I'm excited to maybe do a part 2 of this in the future if they continue to make stuff. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy this, and I hope that you all have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one.